We're here at LSUS for the hearing of Dr. Brian Salvatore's dismissal regarding charges that you, Brika Dennis, have heard in there. Brika Peoples. When you ran for office, it was Brika Dennis. Now it's Brika Peoples. Can you tell me what your view is of what you just heard in there?
What I just heard in there was I can't really fathom it because it's like a kangaroo court, you know. So it put me in mind about when I was in DeSoto Parish, when I come to trial and they have evidence that I haven't even seen yet.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. It's the same thing. So they stripping our voices.
Yeah.
Listen, Brian is one of our superheroes. So if we're not standing with our superheroes, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Okay, thank you, Brika. And you're with the Teamsters?
Kevin Fortson, International Brotherhood of Teamsters, political action coordinator. It's just impossible. I hear, how can bitter and sweet water flow from the same fountain? On one hand, the chancellor is saying that Brian is such a great asset to the community, but yet she accused him, and I'm looking for her witnesses. Where are they? You know, as he began to, in one instant, began to explain why he's about to leave this university, the kids began to, well, he was saying it was his last 20 years of tenure. The kids began to applaud, but yet they're saying the kids are stressed. I heard no stress in that speech. I heard a guy that was amazingly applauded, and the sigh of the kids and disappointment at his threat to leave the university at the time. And they accused him of bullying. You know, how can a mild-mannered guy like Brian Salvatore, anybody that knows him, bully is, that's unfathomable. You know, these allegations are amazingly, I don't even know how to describe it. It doesn't even make sense. It's just blatant lies. You know, you can see it. You can see the trumped up charges, as Brianna, Miss People said that it's a kangaroo court. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. And Brian is a advocate for the small guy. He's a superhero in our eyesight. He's always a champion for the environment and justice. LSU to lose an employee, to fire an employee like Brian is a grave injustice and a black eye to the university that I once attended. You know, and I hope the president gets to really review this in tech and Canada, because it's going to put a black eye on LSU all over the country. The state is going to be at an uproar, and the lockout was even more hideous, to lock out all these people, to put us in that small room in order to control the support that he would have is an outcry. It's outrageous. I'm disappointed, very disappointed at LSU.
Thank you very much.
Dakota Ferry. I am a student here at LSUS. Dr. Salvatore was the one who signed me up for LSUS. I wanted to come here for chemistry. I'd been talking with my mentor, Demetrius Norman, and he recommended me to Brian, and Brian talked me through it and said, oh, well, we would love you in our physics program. We don't have a whole lot of students there. We'd appreciate it if you got in. And he kind of got me in here, got me advised, I got set up with Dr. Barraquatro here and started working towards experimentation with my own independent research. And he's just been a great person. I've always seen him show up for public causes and just to make Shreveport and Northwest Louisiana a better place. I know that Brian's been talking about some of the problems here at the university, and the way this has been handled, it seems like they're upset with him about that, and they're pushing on him because of that. And it doesn't seem like it's about anything that Brian actually did. It just seems like it's
Politics.
Yeah, just politics and lashing out at someone who's telling the truth.
Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Hannah Ross. Came up here to support Dr. Brian Salvatore. I was up here about 15 minutes early. We were lined up outside the door. About 10 people got to go in, and I was the one that they stopped at the line, said no more people, and we were like, okay, why? And they were like, well, it's not actually a public forum. We were like, what do you mean? It was advertised as a public forum. It went around in the media. It's been circulated that this was an open public forum. And they were like, well, Dr. Salvatore's team misled you. But there were no recants. It hadn't been redacted. There were no challenges of that statement. So it's just very confusing.
Hi, I'm Lisa Gordon from Minden, Louisiana. I have known Dr. Brian Salvatore since 2017 when we started the Camp Linden process and everything that was going on there with ESI not, abiding by the contract to dismantle. Anyway, I've known this man to be so compassionate about the environment, humanity, and he is so truthful. Even when we had, made it through that, and then recently, not very long ago, had another issue in Minden that I had to contact him about what was going on. Still, everybody's trying to hide everything just like they did Camp Linden, and he was helping me and was talking to the DEQ till they decided not to talk to us anymore as usual. Let's not be transparent, but that's the key with Dr. Salvatore. He tells the truth, he gets it out, and no matter if you get offended, that's on you because he's telling the truth. And this in here was almost about like Camp Linden getting bombarded. And they're talking about him being the bully and this and that and the other. If you look at this meeting, it's the other side that's being the bully. And it's very obvious. So, no matter how they rule on this, I hope it's the correct way. Otherwise, it's going to come down to a downfall for LSUS and probably LSU Baton Rouge because it will give them just as much negativity as it will at LSUS. So I hope it works out well for him because he deserves the best.